Number 1. The introduction of the White Line. It was a sunny day in London, and the area outside Buckingham Palace was buzzing with activity. Tourists from around the world gathered to witness the iconic changing of the guard ceremony. Among the sea of cameras, selfie sticks, and excited chatter, a subtle but significant change had been introduced. A freshly painted white line now marked the boundary between the royal guards and the public. The white line wasn't there for decoration. It was a response to years of escalating incidents. The guards, while stoic and unyielding, had been subjected to increasing levels of harassment from overzealous tourists. The new rule was simple: stay behind the white line or face the consequences. A tour guide stood near a group of tourists explaining the new rule. "Ladies and gentlemen," she announced, pointing at the line, "this is a boundary of respect. Please do not cross it. The guards are here to protect, not entertain. Violating this rule may lead to serious consequences." Most of the crowd nodded in agreement, but a few exchanged mischievous glances. For some, the line wasn't a deterrent, it was a challenge. Number 2. The first violation. As the guards began their ceremonial march, the crowd's excitement peaked. Cameras clicked furiously and children squealed with delight. One man, a young tourist named Alex, couldn't resist getting closer. "Come on, it's just a line," he muttered to his friends, stepping over it with his phone in hand. His goal was simple: a selfie with a guard in the background. The moment Alex crossed the line, the nearest guard reacted. With a thunderous stomp of his foot and a shout that cut through the air, the guard bellowed, "Stand back from the Queen's Guard." Alex froze, startled by the guard's commanding presence. His friends laughed nervously, pulling him back behind the line. The crowd murmured in amusement, some pulling out their phones to record the incident. Number 3. Escalation of ignorance. As the day went on, more tourists decided to test the boundaries. A child, no older than 7, darted across the line to get closer to a mounted guard's horse. His parents, instead of stopping him, laughed and took pictures. The guard remained still until the child reached out to touch the horse. Then, with a swift motion, the guard stomped forward, his boots echoing against the pavement. "Do not touch the horse," he commanded, his voice cold and unyielding. The child ran back to his parents, who hurriedly apologized. But the incident seemed to embolden others. A group of teenagers began imitating the guard's stiff posture and exaggerated march, stepping over the line repeatedly. One of them, a girl named Sophie, walked up to a guard and waved her hand inches from his face, trying to make him laugh. The guard didn't flinch, but the crowd's whispers grew louder. "She's going to get in trouble," someone murmured. Number 4. The viral moment. By mid-afternoon, the atmosphere outside the palace had shifted. The guards remained stoic, but the tourists were becoming bolder. One man, wearing a bright red jacket, decided to take things further. "Let's see if these guys are really unshakable," he joked to his friends, stepping over the line and mimicking the guard's stiff posture. He then began marching in exaggerated movements, his arms flailing comically. The crowd burst into laughter, and several people started recording. Encouraged by the attention, the man leaned in closer to the guard, mocking him. But then, the guard reacted. With a loud stomp, the guard took a step forward and shouted, "Make way for the Queen's Guard." The man, startled by the sudden movement, stumbled backward and fell onto the pavement. The crowd erupted in laughter, and the incident quickly went viral. Within hours, the video was shared across social media platforms with captions like, "Tourist gets schooled by Royal Guard." Number 5. Crossing the line, literally and figuratively. Despite the guard's stern warnings and the growing crowd of onlookers, some tourists seemed determined to push the limits. A woman in a flowery dress walked up to a guard, crossed the white line, and attempted to grab his bearskin hat for a selfie. The guard, maintaining his professionalism, stepped back and issued a warning. "Step away from the Queen's Guard." But the woman ignored him, laughing as she reached out again. This time, the guard didn't hesitate. With a sharp stomp, he moved forward, his bayonet gleaming in the sunlight. The woman froze, her face pale as the seriousness of the situation sank in. Before things could escalate further, 2 police officers arrived on the scene. "Ma'am, you need to leave the area immediately," one officer said firmly. The woman protested, claiming she just wanted a picture, but the officers escorted her away. Number 6. Respect restored. As the sun began to set, the crowds outside Buckingham Palace started to thin. The guards continued their duties, their stoic expressions unchanged despite the day's chaos. Among the remaining tourists was a family who had been watching quietly from behind the white line. The father knelt down to speak to his young daughter, who had been mesmerized by the guards. "Do you see how disciplined they are?" he asked. The girl nodded. "They're like statues." "They're not statues," her father corrected. "They're soldiers, real soldiers protecting the queen. That's why we have to respect them." The little girl nodded again, her eyes wide with understanding. She stood quietly, watching as the guards marched in unison, their movements precise and powerful. Number 7. A lasting lesson. By the end of the day, the incidents of disrespect had been overshadowed by moments of understanding and appreciation. The white line, though small and simple, had sparked conversations about boundaries, respect, and tradition. For some, the line was a reminder that even in a world obsessed with selfies and social media, there are places where rules matter, where history and discipline demand respect. Epilogue: the internet's reaction. As the videos of the day's events circulated online, reactions poured in from around the world. Some found the tourists' antics amusing, while others expressed outrage at their lack of respect. One comment stood out: "These guards aren't just there for show. They're a symbol of tradition, discipline, and honor. Crossing the white line isn't just breaking a rule, it's disrespecting centuries of history." Conclusion: a call for respect. The story of the White Line is more than just a tale of tourists and guards. It's a reflection of how we interact with traditions and boundaries in a modern world. The guards remain steadfast, a testament to their duty and discipline. And the White Line, though simple, serves as a powerful reminder. Respect isn't just requested, it's required. You enjoyed this video? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Curiosity Journal for more fascinating stories about traditions, history, and the world's most iconic moments. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content. Thank you for watching, and remember, respect the guards, respect the rules, and respect the traditions that shape our world. End screen. The video fades to the Curiosity Journal logo with suggested videos for further viewing.